White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders has been on the receiving end of some truly vile attacks from the talking heads, news pundits, and the mainstream media. A recent article from the hands of the senior editor of Wonked, Evan Hurst, on Wednesday set a whole new bar for low, however. Wonked is an American online magazine of topical satire and political gossip, established in 2004 by Gawker Media. Hurst is an atheist and a Memphis native with a foul mouth and an even fouler sense of humor that he has somehow mistaken for witty. As a fellow Tennessean myself, albeit from Nashville, there is a saying in Tennessee. There is Tennessee and the way things are done, and then there is Memphis. Hurst seems to exhibit all of those tendencies in the worst light possible, showing his inability to be objective and simply present the facts, and with a case of Trump derangement syndrome gone completely awry. Hurst published a piece entitled, "Go FK Yourself, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, You Debased Redneck Motherfucker." Naturally, Hurst spelled out his title in its entirety, foul language included. Hurst states, "Ha ha ha, Mike Huckabee is my dad, which is why my number jokes about fake news CNN are so funny." Shut the fuck up, but that's not the worst thing the shuckster said or did this week. Without a stitch of facts to back up his baseless accusations and juvenile name-calling, Hurst made broad and unsourced accusations throughout the article. For example, Hurst proclaims current President Donald Trump to be a white supremacist due to his references to Elizabeth Lyaway Warren as Pocahontas in reference to her whopping lie about her so-called Native American heritage. A heritage that she cannot prove outside of family stories and her supposed high cheekbones, supplying, possibly plagiarized, recipes for cold omelets with crab meat and other dishes in a cookbook called Pow Wow Chow, 1984, listing herself in various ethnic professional directories, and being publicly touted by Harvard as a woman of color. Warren has failed to produce any documentation whatsoever that she has any Native American ancestry. Additionally, Pocahontas' own living ancestors have publicly stated they saw nothing whatsoever wrong with President Trump's joke invoking the name of the famed historical Indian woman. Hurst rants was her worst act of the week when she defended her white supremacist boss Donald the Stupid after he hurled racism at Navajo code talkers who helped us win World War II, by telling them all about mean old Pocahontas in the Senate. Sanders did her typical bullshit thing, baselessly claiming people, her boss sitting in the Oval Office playing with himself with one tiny hand and mashing the button for Coca-Cola with the other, allegedly, are more concerned that Elizabeth Warren lied about her heritage to get ahead. She didn't. It was a stupid, shitty lie, Sanders, not Warren, who, again, didn't, but we've learned not to expect anything better from Sanders. Hey, at least she didn't mr a dog like her brother did. Hurst went on to personally attack Sanders in the vilest manner possible, referring to her by a series of foul names, referring to her as a Hitler apologist along with referring to her as Our Lady of the Tablecloth-wearing lie-mouth, a dumb effing shuckwad, and a pus-filled white trash scab on the tiny dick of Donald Trump's humanity. The source of Hurst's malcontent with Sanders seems to be her defense of President Trump when he posted a video warning the world about the violence associated with Islamic terrorism. It was this action that prompted Hurst to refer to Sanders' worst act of the week, qualifying her as a so-called Hitler apologist. Showing the unsavory, loathsome, and utterly revolting denizens of his mind and his own inability to put together a cognizant thought without resorting to ad hominem personal attacks, Hurst reverts to screaming via cap locks. Screeching incoherently, Hurst rants how the FK is this different from Hitler or any other genocidal maniac who libeled entire races and religions of people as unclean or dangerous. Tell us, how the FK is it different, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, you complicit pus-filled white trash scab on the tiny DK of Donald Trump's humanity. Hurst ends his foul-mouthed rantings by saying, "What did we say in the headline of this post? Oh yeah, It is go FK yourself, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, you debased redneck mother f'ker. Sanders is naturally the epitome of class, and she does not lower herself to even acknowledge such a cretin. Rather than sink to his level, Sanders chose to rise, accepting the better part of valor and not deigning to even acknowledge this imbecilic collection of words that Hearst drug out of the depths of his brain. Ignoring this crazed leftist is priceless, as it deprives him of the very attention he seeks, since irrelevant idiots like these are hoping to make her crack, but she is far too classy and professional for that.